So my name would be John Bastian. So I'm from Sweden, so the name would actually be Bastian because you can have an extra name in front. I'm from Sweden, lived most of my life in Norway, moved to Portugal, so I'm currently in Portugal now. And well, I think that would be it. I'm pretty much I've lived in three different places. So I studied international schooling and I'm a sixth grade student. I definitely would prefer international schooling, mostly because I can wake up at instead of like 6, I can wake up at around 9 to 8:30, which is way better for my brain because I don't fall asleep until like 12. Don't know why it's always been that way. So that's definitely one of the reasons. And second of all, I'm at home. I feel comfortable at home. Plus, the teachers are generally pretty good here. That would definitely be one of the things. Teachers here pretty much take their job seriously. It's definitely something that I like. Another thing I like about this is that I can pretty much just if I have a plan if I suddenly have plans on a certain day in the week, I can just move the lessons that I had planned for that day to Sunday or something like that. So I can like take the lessons from a different day and just move them to a different day. My favorite teacher would probably be my language art teacher, who was Lauren, and she's definitely one of the more fun teachers, and she's really good at planning stuff. Plus she made the DPS easy to understand. To be honest, there's multiple options that I would consider. But the one that would sound most likely would probably be an architect. One of the reasons I would want to become an architect would probably be because I like to play a game called Minecraft, which includes building and surviving. Those two things are very important when it comes to building a house, because you do not want a roof falling down on your head. I'd say that my favorite feature about international schooling would probably be that, well, I'm pretty much able to move a lesson. I'm pretty much able to move a lesson or do it. So if I'm sick, I can move a lesson to the next week or a different day in a time that works for me and the teacher. I'm also I'm able to select which classes I want to do on each day. Meaning if I have it hard, meaning if I have it hard to focus on multiple different subjects, I can take like all my lessons. All my lessons can just be math, or I could do like 2 math and 1 like in language arts. Just make it easier for my brain to focus. Well, I think the largest hobby that I have would probably be looking at a screen. And by that I mean I have multiple hobbies. I like to do a bunch of different things. One of the things would be 3D. I like to do 3D animation on my computer. I also like to play video games, and I also just like to do things. I just like to try out different creative projects. That would be it. That's literally my hobby. I don't have a distinctive hobby, I have multiple. I definitely do have time to do my hobbies because I can plan out my day, so I can pretty much go like, okay, I want to do this lesson to this time, and I want to do this to this time. I have my online lesson between this, and then after this I want to take a small break, and then I can take another lesson. I don't think I've ever had any problems with that. And I've never had any problems with anything like that. I've just never had any problems like that. Problems I've ever had was maybe me, it would probably be on my own side, which would probably be that I am not good at planning. I definitely prefer online because if I'm in physical school, you have a bunch of kids who can. There's always that one kid who can easily disturb you. So when I have online school, it's like I can focus. I can do what I need to do. And another great thing about And another great thing about international schooling being online would be that I literally can schedule my own classes. I can schedule my class, I can plan everything. But when it's an offline school, then all of the things are like pre-planned. And also, you end up having a bunch of homework you have to do if you're sick for 2 days. Well, I think the best way to differentiate the teachers would be to see who's like, okay, we need to focus on this and this and this, and which ones are like, oh yeah, which ones are like this, like explain the topic, so that it's like a full understanding. Because some teachers focus on the lesson, ask you the important questions and all of that, and then you have the teachers who would pretty much focus on the lesson, and then they would expand like the questions so that you can have even more, so that the answers are larger, they're more creative. I think the environment of international schooling is definitely positive. It's in general it's just positive. It's easy to follow for the lessons. They're really descriptive. They also have videos and interactive elements, which makes them really fun. So that's one of the things that's great about the environment. You have to try and do things in the lesson. For example, in math, you always have a practice interactive before you do an exam. Well, if I was rating out of stars, it would probably be around 4.9 to 5, most likely 5. If it's 0 to 10, probably like 10. Generally, international schooling is just great. It works and it's great. The largest reason I would recommend international schooling is how you don't have to fit with the schedule. The schedule has to fit with you. You decide what you're going to do each day. It's your schedule. It's like you decide what you're going to do on that day, or what you're not going to do on that day. For example, if you have plans on it, like let's say Sunday or something, or no wait, probably more like Monday. If you have plans on Monday, then you can just reschedule the online lesson and your subjects to just a different day of the week, like maybe Wednesday or Thursday. International schooling is great, and I trust this school.